We need to talk about Fred Trump. If you've never heard of Fred Trump, congratulations. You were exactly like I was yesterday. I had also never heard of Fred Trump until he started making the rounds on various talk shows. He is the nephew of Donald Trump. And he has decided, after years and years and years and years and years of taking Donald Trump's money to help care for his disabled son, that now is a perfect time to write a trashy book about Trump.
God, what a piece of shit.
To go on all the talk shows and trash Trump, insist that he doesn't want his I guess it would be great nephew to even be alive, and to endorse Kamala. That's
Unreal.
what he's busy doing right now. It is unreal. And I think, yes, that is Mary's son.
It makes all the sense if it's Mary's son. Yeah.
It makes all the sense in the world. And so here he is, I think this is with ABC, talking about how Trump isn't just crazy. He's a whole different level of crazy.
Complex and sometimes cruel. And within every family, people know this, families are complicated. Every family has their crazy uncle. My Uncle Donald is atomic crazy. And he has put his mark on the family history.
Atomic crazy?
Yes.
What's that mean?
Means he does things that, even as much as I know him, when he's out there now, I sort of shudder and say, is this the same guy I knew? What's making him change? What got him this way?
Then give all the money back.
Well, exactly. And this whole thing about where they talk about the money and how much Donald Trump has helped him.
Oh my God.
For him to be this ungrateful.
What a dick, this guy.
Oh my God.
I cannot with this. Listen, y'all know I have this total dysfunction in my family. I get so enraged about crap like this. If I were super rich and famous, my family would do this to me. They would be like, let's do a tell-all and make money off of her. It enrages me when families do this. Make your own money, do your own thing. You are so unsuccessful and you're such a loser, kid. You can't do it on your own. You take his money and then you turn around and you say bad things about him. What a complete pathetic loser this guy is.
And just a total grifter, right?
Yeah, he's a grifter.
And I don't believe what you're about to hear him say about Trump and his son. I don't believe it. And I am a person who has a son with disabilities. I'm well aware of what that's like. None of this rings true for me whatsoever. He seems like a greedy, bitter,
just like his mom.
His uncle was elected president. Fred Trump says he saw an opportunity to advocate for the disabled.
I was in the Oval Office 12 times and that was our mission, to advocate for people with complex disabilities. It culminated in May of 2020 in the Oval Office. Donald was there, and he was very gracious. Several other folks were there, including the group that we brought down. We dispersed. I was asked to go back and see Donald. He greeted me with his familiar, "Hey, pal, how's it going?" We sat down for a bit, and he just came out with, these people, all the expenses, they should just die. He's talking about human beings who have complex issues.
A word of this.
The first thing he could say was, they should just die.
Fred claims this wasn't isolated, describing a phone call to alert his uncle the medical fund set up by the family for his son William was running low, a fund he says the former president consistently replenished.
A couple of years ago, I called him. I said, Donald, the fund's running out. And without hesitation, he said, your son doesn't recognize you. Let him die and move to Florida.
Were you surprised?
It's a great question. My response was, no, Donald, he does recognize me, and said, well, thanks, and hung up. Was I surprised? I don't think you could hear something like that and not be surprised. But that is what he has become. It's sad.
I don't believe a word of this.
Same.
Not a word.
I believe he took all the money.
Yeah,
I totally believe that
he took all the money, and I bet he spent it on himself. What a complete, this absolute grifter. That's what I believe. I don't. And I can just tell by looking at his face, this guy's a liar.
It just makes your skin crawl.
Yeah.
He's just vile.
Gross.
when you guys need a uptick of energy, I hope that you're considering Focus and Recall from our friends at healthycell.com/chicks. So this is just one of many of their supplement gel packs, which gets absorbed into your body 165% better than any pill, tablet, or capsule ever could. This particular blend is peach flavored, which I love. It's one of my most favorites. And it's got 11 pills worth of brain supporting nootropics in it. You can take it straight, which it's delicious if you do that. But I know some people even like to mix it in with water, or like make a frozen concoction from it. There's so many different ways that you can take it. But honestly, you just rip the tab off, squeeze it, just eat it up. It's like a treat. And it's so good for you. This is just one of many. We also take hair, skin, and nails.
Love that
I take the Vegan Essentials as a multivitamin. You take the Immune Boost. There's so many different things that you can take for whatever your supplement needs are. This is the bomb. And you're going to get your actual money's worth because your body's going to absorb it way better than it's absorbing any pills or.
And just as an aside, it's really good for teens. Like teens who don't like to take a bunch of pills and you need like good immune support or whatever. If you just they're awesome for teens because they're easy to take. Really easy
and they taste good.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That's a great point. Mm-hmm. If you want to boost your brain power and stay productive with the Focus and Recall, you can get it from healthycell.com/chicks. Make sure to use promo code chicks because you'll get 20% off your first order. So take advantage and visit our friends, healthycell.com/chicks. And of course, the timing is what it is with purpose, right? I mean, he's doing this, timing his book release right before the election.
Exactly.
It's so transparent. What a grifter he is.
And gross. And he's all about the money.
Seriously.
All about the money. I went to the White House like 9 times.
12.
I'm sorry, 12 times. Even worse. And wow, gross. This guy is gross. Yeah, I hope you can live with yourself. And one day you're going to have to meet Jesus. Have fun with that.
Gross. He went on The View, of course, and they were delighted to have him because he took that opportunity to endorse Trump's opponent.
I believe in policy over politics.
Yeah.
And
really,
without question, Kamala Harris's policies are what I get behind. So I will be voting for Kamala Harris.
No one gives a shit who you're voting for.
And if I'm asked, I will campaign for her without hesitation.
Good. And if I...
Yeah, beta males for Kamala. That makes sense.
So Eric Trump, I haven't seen any comment on Don Trump Jr.'s, or at least I hadn't last night. I haven't checked this morning, but Eric Trump last night said it's disappointing that after decades of unwavering love, support, golf memberships, family vacations, and millions of dollars in support for his wonderful son, Fred Trump has decided to cash in less than 100 days before an election. I have signed the checks and witnessed firsthand as my father and our family have provided endless financial support so that Fred's son could receive the best possible medical care. To read this garbage and see that he has now followed his troubled sister simply earn a quick buck is disgusting, disheartening, and a prime example of no good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, so it's not his mother, it's his sister. Mary is the sister.
Mary is the sister.
Mary is the sister. Yeah.
He was probably like, why can't I get in on this action?
Yeah, I need to get on this grift too, because you're making money off of it, writing a book. I'm going to do the same thing because we are losers and we're not successful. So we're going to glom off of him. Since the gravy train only applies to my son, apparently, I'm going to get in on it too. What a complete piece of crap. These people are so gross. I cannot stand family like this.
Mm.
Gross.
Yeah.